Hello Covina, welcome to City Hall. My name is Jorge Marquez and I've been able to call Covina my hometown for the last 35 years and I've had the privilege of being your mayor. Now today, I'm very grateful to be giving you the State of the City address. This year, like the last 2 years, have been challenging, let alone the pandemic. However, Covina has so much to celebrate. We have lots of private and public investments that have been happening, so let's go on and take a look.
As we go through this presentation, I'll share with you some highlights from our capital improvement projects from this past year. We'll visit some of the new, exciting developments taking place in what were once thriving locations that had since become vacant and underutilized properties. I'll discuss some of our economic development activity, including new businesses. Next, I'll share some of the great resources our community benefits through our programs and services offered by our Parks and Recreation and Library. Our community is fortunate to have a diverse, engaged group of local elected officials. This includes our Mayor Pro Tem, Patricia Cortez, who was appointed to the City Council in 2018 and re-elected in 2020 by our residents. Patty is an executive for the Upper San Gabriel Valley Municipal Water District, overseeing public affairs and legislative issues related to water supply and delivery for the greater San Gabriel Valley. Next, we have Walter Allen, who was elected to the City Council in 1997 and was re-elected in 2020 to office by our residents. Walt is an executive for the Rio Hondo Police Academy and has more than 43 years of experience serving in law enforcement. Next, we have John King, who was elected to the City Council in the early 90s and who also works as an executive for Southern California Edison, managing street lighting programs across the company's territory. Next, we have Victor Linares, who has served on the City Council since 2017. He is proud of his local business experience and serves as a chief marketing officer for the Arrow Lodge Brewery near Arrow Highway in Grand Avenue. Next, we're also fortunate to be served by our elected city clerk, Mary Lou Walzak, and our elected city treasurer, Jeff Cobbett. Lastly, your mayor, me, Jorge Marquez. I was elected to the City Council in 2013 and have served in senior staff leadership for the California State Legislature and currently work as a local real estate agent. Our city is served by an excellent and professional leadership team that is led by City Manager Chris Marcarello. His team includes Police Chief Dave Prevero, Community Development Director Brian Lee, Administrative Services Director Anita Argamonte, Public Works Director Andy Bullington, Parks and Recreation and Library Director Lisa Evans, Deputy City Manager Angel Carrillo, and our Chief Deputy City Clerk Nicole Alvarez. Let's start off here in Covina Park.
Welcome to Covina City Park. We've been doing a lot when it comes to Parks and Recreation. As you can see, we have a new rubberized tracks, we have lighting for extra safety at nighttime for our runners, and we have new playground equipment for our older kids and a brand new tot lot.
Is that you, Mr. Mayor?
Yes, it is.
Want a race?
Sure, let's go.
This brand new quarter-mile rubberized walking and bike trail will help you get out and enjoy the park while getting some exercise on this very comfortable new path. In addition, you'll be able to work out on our new fitness stations, hydrate with the new water fountains, and enjoy the updated landscaping. We won't have to go very far to see the two newly refurbished basketball courts. And with all the new activity going on here, we're aware that with more people comes the use of more trash. So in order to keep everything tidy, we are installing brand new trash enclosures.
Oh, whew. Well, I hope you enjoyed that portion of the presentation about community infrastructure. With that, let's go on to the next one.
Good run, Mr. Mayor.
Thanks, that was a lot of fun.
Capital projects come in many shapes and forms. These next projects reflect just that. Downtown Parking Lot Number 4, which is off of College and Citrus, was recently renovated, including the replacement of 2 inches of asphalt overlay and a new sidewalk. The project also includes a new landscape diamond with trees, a new lighting system to improve visibility and safety, and to keep things clean and tidy, the old trash can enclosures were removed and replaced with a newly relocated set of 4 trash enclosures.
Welcome to our brand new rehabilitated downtown parking lot. We have so many things to look forward to here with better lighting and, of course, some new EV chargers.
On occasion, the city is able to invest in much needed infrastructure that coincides with private investment, resulting in a beautiful project. That's just the case here. The associated upgrades to the public parking lot adjacent to downtown include a new neon sign walkway, new dumpster enclosures, new lighting, and landscape, brick facade improvements along the south side of the parking, and 4x4 citrus label artwork attached to the trash enclosures on the east side. Construction began in 2020 and is expected to be completed in spring of 2022.
All right, let's take a second. Can you hear that? No potholes. That's because we've been doing a lot of street revitalization all over town, and I'm really excited about it.
We have resurfaced approximately 4.5 miles of roadway and have 5.5 miles more scheduled to be redone. The Badillo Street Improvement Project consists of AC pavement overlay, medium beautification, sidewalk concrete repair, striping, curb and gutter work over a 1-mile stretch. As we transition from public infrastructure investments onto private investments through community development, I'm happy to be able to share these next highlights. As I mentioned earlier, we have several new projects that will re-inject life into previously thriving properties that have become vacant. This former Covina Redevelopment Agency property is in its final stages of development by the McIntyre Company into a mixed-use luxury apartment and retail building. This project will offer 10 luxury apartments and almost 5,000 square feet of restaurant and retail use.
Here's a perfect example of how public infrastructure and private investment go hand in hand to make a beautiful project here in the downtown Covina area. Now you can have your piece of Covina and be the king of downtown.
The Covina Bowl Townhome and Mixed-Use Project consists of demolishing 2 buildings, partially demolishing the bowling alley, converting the former Covina Bowl into a commercial shell, and developing 132 for-sale multifamily residential units within 16 3-story buildings located at 1060 West San Bernardino.
We're here at Covina Bowl. With the housing crisis happening all over the country, California and here in Covina, we're doing our part to make sure that housing is being built for young families to come on in and making sure that they can build their own memories here in the city of Covina.
The building permits for the first phase of the project, model homes, have been issued and the construction is well underway. Next is the former Vitapac site. This transit-oriented development and associated site improvements was approved by the City Council in 2021.
We're here at the former Vitapac site, and if you don't know, we've been able to make lots of memories here in Covina's history by producing oranges that we shipped all over the country. And now we'll be making more memories here for our local families right behind me.
The development consists of the construction of 151 units, comprised of 24 3-story buildings. The high-density multifamily residential transit-oriented development is located at the former Vitapac orange processing site at 707 North Branca Avenue. Permits have been issued for the first phase of the project, and construction is well underway. The approval of this project also paves the way for an amazing opportunity for the entire community to benefit from what we call this project Recreational Village.
Oh, hey there. Welcome to the future home of the Covina Recreational Village. You see this building behind me? Well, this was a former packing house that we're going to repurpose into a multi-purpose gymnasium for families to use in our community. Come check it out. Check out this huge space, or what I like to say, the open concept.
This project is currently in its planning, designing, research, and feasibility phase. Since its conception in late 2020, the project has gained serious momentum. In 2021, the city received a $2.5 million state natural resource grant and a little over $4.4 million in funding from the Prop 68 Statewide Parks Program grant. Looking forward, the city will apply for several more grants in 2022 and has recently obtained ownership of the property. There truly are so many more exciting projects to highlight in Covina, and here are a few more businesses that I'd like to both welcome into our town and introduce to you. Color Me Mine on Citrus Avenue in San Bernardino allows you to express your artistic side while creating memories with loved ones. Rose City Pizza expanded and chose Covina as their home for their second location. They are located on Grand Avenue and San Bernardino Road, having transformed a vacant flower shop into a new restaurant. The new Circle K located at 731 North Grand Avenue was a former site of Blake's Paper. The project includes self-service gas stations and a little over 5,100 square foot of convenience store space and a mechanical car wash. The new car wash on Arrow Highway called Covina Express Car Wash created a new business and resource as well to help clean up the area that needed attention. The project you may notice on the southwest corner of Arrow Highway and Azusa Avenue is a new restaurant called Pollo Campero. It will consist of the new construction of a 2,500 square foot drive-through restaurant located at 1477 North Azusa Avenue. The site would also feature landscaping and 10 new trees bordering the property. The project is now underway. On a larger scale, we have the IKEA expansion. The project will modify the existing IKEA store by constructing a 26,156 square foot single-story shipping and storage building on the existing upper level deck of the parking garage. It will provide an area to serve the at-home delivery services to support the higher volume of deliveries being delivered by the IKEA Covina store. The new building extension will be physically connected to the existing stores along the east wall. A new circulation roadway will provide vehicular access to and around the building on the north, south, and west sides. 5 truck docks would be located to both the north and the south side of the building, totaling 10 truck docking stations. The entire delivery fleet will be electric vehicles, as part of their electric vehicle 100% initiative for the Los Angeles market, with each dock door containing a charging station. Additional charging stations will be placed in the customer areas to support charging of delivery trucks overnight and customer charging during business hours. This project was approved by the Planning Commission in January of 2021. As you can see, we have projects going on all corners of Covina. Over the last few years, we've all faced tremendous challenges with the COVID-19 pandemic. Changes for our children at school, remote working, capacity limits, mask requirements. It hasn't been easy by any means. Locally, as a city, we've tried to take steps to help members of the community, households, businesses, nonprofit organizations, because that's what Covinians do. That's one of the best parts about living in our small town. We get to know each other, we look out for one another, and we support each other when times get tough. On that note, here are a few ways that our city team has worked to bring resources to the community and pivot our traditional approach to help those who need it the most. Here in downtown Covina and other areas throughout the community, we've probably noticed the large K-rails that were installed to assist local restaurants with providing outdoor dining for their patrons. We've continued this program since summer of 2020 in an effort to support our local restaurants and help expand the footprint of seating areas to accommodate additional spacing. As we transition into the spring, you'll notice that these areas will return to their traditional use as parking spaces for shoppers, diners in our downtown area. It is hoped that this transition will help to provide increased visibility for businesses and will help us bring back one of our favorite special events, Thunderfest, later this year. During this transition period, we will explore locations for public outdoor seating areas with the Downtown Merchants Association that may be a better fit for the area long term. We'll also continue to move forward with a shortened version of our Dine Out Covina street closures on the first Friday of each month. It is hoped that by shortening the street closures, we'll be able to facilitate additional traffic circulating to businesses on Citrus Avenue while providing expanded space for the Friday Farmers Market. You may recall last spring, with the help of our partners at Foothill Transit in Albertsons, we were able to convert this space to a local vaccination clinic site for members of the community. Through the hard work of many local volunteers, this effort helped to vaccinate over 5,000 people. As the availability of vaccines have increased, we've also moved forward with smaller vaccination clinics in partnership with Active San Gabriel Valley, including recent Saturday clinics at the City Hall courtyard. These clinics have been drawing roughly 150 people per event, and it's our hope to continue them as long as they are needed. At Wingate Park, you've probably also noticed free COVID testing programs that was implemented in partnership with the County of Los Angeles Department of Public Health. This site continues to be available as a resource for the community to make appointments, and you can visit the city's website or also walk up without an appointment. I'd like to also acknowledge the hard work from the members of our city team that have worked tirelessly to devise new programs, services, and activities for the public during the pandemic. That includes the hard work of the folks that staff this facility in the Senior Services Division of the Parks and Recreation and Library Services Department. This team has continued to provide a weekly meal delivery service for 150 seniors in our community and has gradually reinstated in-person classes and programs for our senior participants. In addition, the department also works to create some very innovative programs for the entire community during the pandemic. This includes an ongoing library services program that implemented an online story program, summer reading program, and 1,600 curbside library material pickup appointments. During summer, the team provided take-home recreational play packs to over 200 families to provide fun activities at home. During fall, with Covina Valley Unified School District, we hosted the Halloween Carnival at District Field for over 500 local families, and during winter, the team coordinated several grant events, including our annual tree lighting ceremony, a holiday home decorating contest, and a holiday coloring contest, and our annual Christmas parade. Looking forward, we're hopeful that the spring and summer will bring new opportunities for us to return to our traditional programming like concerts, youth programs, and library services. The police department continues to be one of the highlights of our community. The department includes 58 sworn officers and 48 full-time non-sworn personnel that provide proactive and responsive services to residents and businesses in the city. This year, we saw the selection of our new police chief, Dave Pervero, who has served our community for over 30 years and has done a tremendous job to continue the legacy of our excellent police department. In the last year, Chief Pervero has taken an active approach to implementing new technologies in the department that will foster engagement and transparency. This includes the development of a new department website, the deployment of body-worn cameras, and the implementation of the city's automated license plate camera program to help address recent increases in auto theft in the region. The Los Angeles County Fire Department provides Covina residents with fire prevention and emergency medical services. Locally, we have 3 fire stations that serve the community and respond to over 10,000 incidents annually. The department is known as a leader and model for fire departments around the world for its ability to develop new techniques in firefighting and emergency response services. In conclusion, as I wrap up this State of the City address, please know there is so much more to share and celebrate that unfortunately just didn't make it into the presentation. Our city team, along with regional partners, businesses, and of course residents, all contribute to make Covina the great place it is. Let's keep Covina strong.